Welcome back to Perth Mod Subiaco for another big game coming up here tonight. This one has major finals implications. Perth United come into this round sitting 5th on the ladder, while Inter Perth sit just behind them in 6th. A win for Inter tonight would see them leapfrog United. Both sides are coming off losses last round and will be eager to bounce back. When these two met earlier in the season, they couldn't be split, playing out a thrilling draw it was. And everything points towards tonight being another really close game. Today being another really close game. So if Inter do win, as I mentioned, they can jump above United. And they will if they do get the 3 points here this afternoon. And the ball bobbles around a bit as we are underway. The last time these two teams did meet, it was a 4-4 tie, as I mentioned. That was in round 4 this season. As we are underway, I'll get started on going through the lineups for this afternoon. For Perth United, it's Noi Pukai, number 20, Wali Chan, number 14, Emma Elias, number 8, Francisca Beltran Oyazan, number 18, Chloe McGlynn, number 9, Samantha Ellen Quizanara, 10, Maria Malero, number 12, Claudia Hocking, 6, Gina Camilla Jimenez, number 3, Alicia Scambiluri, number 25, and Rachel Wilson, number 16, rounding out the lineup for this afternoon for Perth United as we move on to Inter Perth. A much smaller lineup as they have a chance here through Belanca. Can't get it through. Strong defense from United. Ball bobbles around a bit, but still a chance here. Chloe Taylor gets a shot off. Block made. And United will just clear that. But going through the lineup for Inter Perth here today, Kayla McCulloch, number 2, Chloe Taylor, number 4, Nicaela Hughes, 60, Charlie Laverty, number 65, Monique Todd, number 3, Lily Yates, 84, and Caitlin Belanca, number 68. And they are your lineups for today's game. As we get back to the action here. United taking off, keeping it in nicely. They'll give it off to Oyazan. They go all the way back now. And now here's a chance. Hocking with a big shot. Big block made though by Inter. Strong defense. And now they'll look to set up. Here's McCulloch, gave it off. Hughes. Taylor. Out to her right. Nicely done by Belanca. In fact, it just couldn't stay in for her. And it's now United's turn to see what they can build. That's going to be just out of the reach of the intended target. That target was Beltran. As now Inter build, and it's going to be exciting to see two teams both in a fight for finals. To see who will come out looking more hungry, and which team manages to find a way through their opposing defence. And it's such a crucial game for finals implications. It's now United. Now it's their turn. Here's Elias. Gives it off, and that's going to be out of Elias's reach. That ball came from Hocking. Emma Elias is United's leading goal scorer this season with 5 goals. Been very impressive throughout the season. And Elias and Jimenez have also been the key creators. They're quite high up there in the assist tally as well. So they are the players you'd want to look out for here for Perth United. Inter need to be wary. And that strong defence coming in at that last moment was Quizanara. Here's a chance for Inter. Can they find a way through? Potentially. Not on this occasion. Elias keeps it in. And now that's a great ball, but now go Inter, and just in the end not controlled. But a great ball it was by Elias. And mentioned Quizanara just prior. She has made the team of the week last round despite their defeat. So she's in good form and will look to carry that here into today's game. So a few players there for Inter to watch out for and not let them get out to a good start. And that will just be cleared by United. In fact, it's going to end up in the possession of them. Chance and almost finished. Big save on the goal line. Quizzanara was there, got it to her teammate, and the shot just wide. Or in fact, the save was made. It's a nice attempted shot by Hocking, and that one saved again. Big block. And now off go Inter on the counter. Still going. Chance. Balanka inboard, but Quizzanara there. And just clears that one. But both teams had a few opportunities early, which is good to see. Lily Yates is the leading goal scorer for Inter Perth. She's the only Inter player who is in double figures for goals, leading Inter with 10. And she is playing here in this game wearing the number 84. There's a shot. And just not going to be finished on the shot by Laverty. And now United. Here's a long ball. That gets through. Chance and big save. The attempt was made, and it might have found that bottom left from Chloe McGlynn. But there wasn't a whole lot on it. A lot of whole force behind it. Here is McGlynn. And that shot had a lot more force, but too much and too high. And now Inter. 4 minutes gone in this first half of futsal. No goals scored yet. Here is Laverty. They look to build here, Inter. That's a nice ball, but going to be cleared. Earlier this season, Lily Yates, I believe she had a game where she scored about 4 goals in 2 minutes of play, which obviously contributed to her 10-goal tally, being the leading tally of anyone in Inter Perth. That's almost intercepted by Nara. She did very well to get to it. And has she won possession for Perth United? Doesn't look like she has. Obviously came off her last, but still a nice defensive stop. Now brought in here by Inter. And that's going to go out. It's going to still be an Inter ball though. Laverty. Very nice little back flick by Lily Yates. It's going to end up with McCulloch. Now Inter look to build. Here's Yates. Gives it off to Laverty. Laverty gets it through to McCulloch. Now out, and Taylor couldn't get any connection she wanted, just off the outside of her boot there. And now it's time for Perth United to put something together here. It's going to go out to McGlynn. McGlynn almost got it, well, she kind of did get it back in the end from Malero, but nothing to be from that. Yes. And now into Perth. They'll look to build. Here's Yates. Yates to Laverty. Laverty through the middle. Gets it out nicely. Chance cleared in the end, but she did nice to get it out there. Finding Taylor, long shot, and that shot came from the goalkeeper for Perth United. As now United potentially with another chance. Here's McGlynn. And it bobbles around a bit, and it's going to end up straight back with the keeper for Perth United, Chan. McGlynn. And now Inter starts to move it around. Yates gives it off to Balanka. Yates again. Balanka now. Pressure put on her by McGlynn. McGlynn pushing it further and further back for Inter. But well, in the end, it's going to be an intercept. Elias McGlynn couldn't control it. Big chance. Goes begging. And McCulloch's there. Taylor. Back to McCulloch. Yates waiting. Now the turnover in a dangerous spot in the middle of the court. Elias gives it off. So they keep possession, moving it around a little bit here, United. And it's smashed away. And it's going to end up with Inter. Chance. Now the turnover and the counter. Here's a chance for Perth United to get their first goal of the day. And they might. Big save though. Massive on the goal line. Save made by Todd. And now it's Inter's turn to go. And here is Taylor. Gave it off to Hughes, who's now won for her, I believe, first minutes of the day. We'll end up with Balanka. Balanka will reset for Inter. Tried to cut it past the defender, but she couldn't. And now here's a chance. And too much on that touch there by Elias and just hammered away again by Todd. And that ball ends up in touch. And be brought back in here.
Yes, wide open. Yes, you know. Yes.
That was Malero bringing it in. McGlynn involved. She'll get it back now. Long ball, but no one there. Now a chance on the counter. Here's Balanka. Gave it off to Rudd. Rudd keeps it in. And Jala Rudd lets that go out in the end. Or in fact, it'll be a Perth United possession just off of her. Now McGlynn off of the back of Rudd. End up back in goals. With Chan, long ball, bubbles around. Here's a chance. Ends up Inter, now able to build it in defence. They'll go through and that will be out. And it will be a United ball. And that's going to be Malero, bringing it back into play. Malero gets it through to Nara. And that's going to be off her. And Inter now get the ball back. It'll be McCulloch to take. McCulloch gives it off. Now this is Rudd. Rudd to Hughes, just out of her reach. McGlynn does well. And that'll go out. Flannery and McCulloch have both also contributed very strongly this season for Inter Perth in the assists game. Flannery not playing today, but McCulloch is, so we have the potential of seeing some distributing from McCulloch, and they will obviously have to keep an eye out for that one. Will Perth United. Here's a chance now. Balanka, and flying through. Come United, that's Hocking, still going, and she might have won the ball. She has, Claudia Hocking. And now Hocking will bring it back into play. Still no scores in this game. Long ball, big save made. That one's saved by Todd. McCulloch. Rudd gives it off to Balanka. Balanka tries to get it back to McCulloch, can't get it there. And it'll end up with McGlynn, not quite. In comes Perth United with a chance for McGlynn again, and that's just out of her reach. Chance goes begging. Malera was involved in that play as well. She did well. And McCulloch will bring it in from touch. Here's Rudd. Rudd gives it off to Yates, and Yates can't keep it in, and that will be off her. And McGlynn to bring it back into play. And they'll lose the ball here. Here's a chance. McCulloch to Yates. Great movement, chance, and just wide left, but what a build-up that was. Almost finished off. And just wide on the shot there was Nicola Hughes. And now United move it through defence, but they can't. McCulloch, chance, block. United still onto it. And that will be off of Inter. Can they keep it in? They can. I think she was almost going to leave it. I realised she needed to keep it in. Chance now for United. McGlynn goes all the way back and potentially a shot here. No. Good ball to the left. There's Beltran giving it to McGlynn. Now's a shot. What a shot and a great save off the boot there of Hocking.
Halfway.
And brilliant in goals by Monique Todd. And now Taylor. Yates down the line. Here's a shot. She can finish this, but a big save by Chan. So well done down the line there, beating her defender, Lily Yates. And that ball will end up in goals. So United, for Inter get another chance. Just under 9, or just over 9 minutes to go in this first half. Lavity, Rudd goes back and just out of the reach of Yates. And that will be the water break that I mentioned in the last game. We'll be back with you in just a moment. And welcome back. Short drinks break, obviously given the heat that is today. Yates can't get that one through to McCulloch, and that'll go out. And that will be a United ball. Now United start to move. Long ball, and that just out of the reach of the intended target. Intended target was Jimenez, but couldn't keep it in. Here is Rudd. Rudd to Yates. Yates gives it off. Turns it over though now. Elias does well. Now she loses it. And this game's pretty back and forth. Taylor. Thought about passing. Now she does. Yates. Great ball. This is a brilliant build-up. Still going. Chance. Taylor. Can she get it through? Stopped on the goal line. And cleared. What an opportunity that goes begging for Inter Perth. But a great opportunity. They can look to build from that. Yates now. With that to Taylor. Taylor will get it back here, but too much on it from Rudd. Long ball, Yates. Bit of a push there, not called, and that'll be off of her.
Open up.
Now United, under a bit of pressure. You would say Inter have controlled most of this game, but United haven't conceded, so if they can just get a goal through, it'll really give them a whole lot of confidence.
Reset shape.
Now Yates. Yates through defence. Gives it to McCulloch. McCulloch out wide. Here's Rudd. Back to McCulloch. Rudd again. McCulloch again. And they find a way through. They can. And just catching side netting there, Yates. And Yates is already proving to be a presence in this game. I'd mentioned she's their leading goal scorer. But now she's also starting to have an impact. Without having scored yet, she's really creating some chances for Inter Perth.
Yes, leash open, wide open.
Now United go all the way back. Chan. Now they move. Here is Scambialuri. Long ball out of the reach of everyone there. And it will be back in the feet of Inter Perth. And keeping it there nicely, Inter Perth. Under a bit of pressure there was Valenka. Ends up though back in goals to Todd. Long ball. Here's a chance. Taylor, can she get it through? She can't. So close. What an opportunity. And Chan once again up to the job. Long ball now. Beltram, can she keep it in? She can't. Well, Chan can though. Beltram gets it through the middle. And that will be a United ball. So well done by United steering off that attack. And Scambialuri to take. Down the line, that's such a good ball. Just hovered along the line the whole way through. But now they'll lose it. Here's a chance on the counter. Valenka Gets it back from McCulloch. Balanka inboard, but no one there. Ended up only finding Hocking, and that'll now be cleared, and Inter still get another chance. Here is Yates, giving it off. Here's Balanka, tried to find that back post, but couldn't get it to Yates. And Chan will now retake. The long ball, and just a foot to it. Nice effort there by Beltran. Now Inter take off, but there's a turnover. Beltran wins it. Can she find the back of the net? She might reset. It'll end up with Hocking. Hocking, nice little move, beats one defender. And now goes back, finds Elias. Elias to Hocking. We'll go back, you'd think. Finding Elias. Elias now. Scambilleri. Scambilleri loses it. And they'll keep it in here. Balanka. And now it's called just as it looked like they were about to score. What a chance that was. Looked like they were going to have a massive chance. And it was Lily Yates, I believe, that would have got the shot off. But the late call was made on the ball being fully over the line.
10. No, stop.
And this will now be taken by Nara. Here's the turnover. Chance for Inter, but Nara putting so much pressure on. She's doing so well, and she'll win possession. Brilliant there, one-on-one with Chloe Taylor, and ended up having the ball go off of the shins of Taylor. Now Elias. Turnover, McCulloch. Gets it through, Taylor. Can she get a boot to it? She can't. Inter are starting to cause problems though for this defence. They're finding a way through, but they're just not able to finish yet. There's Balanka. Balanka now. Finds Hughes. Chance. Rudd gets it through. Rudd will get a shot off, or she'll pass it instead. Another save by Chance. Still wobbling around. And Chan does it again. And United still haven't conceded despite the control of the game from Inter. Massive save there by Chan. And Rudd now goes to Balanka. Balanka will get it back here from Hughes. Now she'll give it off to Rudd. Rudd now has Hughes waiting. Hughes might reset, and she will. Balanka doesn't have many options, so she'll go the safe option to Rudd. Tries to get through the middle, but she can't. Balanka through the middle now. Rudd gets a boot on it. Now McCulloch. And that's almost lost. Now it is. United are out. They got space, but behind Elias. Had a lot of space and a lot more time than they thought. And a nice boot in there. Stopping that pass was Maria Malero, as a timeout will be called by Inter Perth. 4.5 minutes to go. Don't go anywhere. We've got a huge end to the first half coming up soon. And we are back for the final 4 and a bit minutes of this half of futsal. Still nobody to trouble the scorers just as of yet. So the first goal is so critical in this game. There's a long ball. It'll end up now with Malero. Malero has Nara, but puts it behind her. And Nara can't get back to it in time. That'll be an inter ball. It'll be taken by Balanka. Balanka has McCulloch. McCulloch to Hughes. Hughes now. Goes to Rudd. Rudd can't get it through. Neither can United. McGlynn now. Goes all the way back. Dangerous. And pouncing onto that one was Balanka. And the pressure enough is all she needed to win possession back. Now here's Hughes. Hughes loses it almost, but Balanka does well. Can Rudd keep it in? She can. Now Rudd goes out or into the middle, finding Balanka now with a shot. Big block by McGlynn, and that'll go into touch. It'll be taken by Jala Rudd.
Good in. Good call.
There's Rudd. She'll give it to Balanka. And just not able to be kept in there by Chloe McCulloch. In fact, Kayla McCulloch. As now they'll bring it into play. McGlynn. Heavy touch there, almost loses it, but does well to recover. And hammering that away defensively was Hughes. Elias gets it through. And Hughes again, strong defensively. McGlynn, block made. Hughes gets it through. Chance. Could have had the option there, had Hughes, did Balanka, but ended up going for the shot and couldn't get it through. Now a chance for Elias. Tries to get it to the back post, can't get it there. Into now. What can they build into Perth? Balanka, just under 3 minutes to go in this game. And that's going to go straight out of bounds, and it will be a United ball. That ball's long and not able to be reached. The target was Malero, and the ball came from McGlynn. And it will be an Inter-Perth ball. Now Inter, here comes Yates. Yates again, gets it to Rudd. Now Balanka. Yates, can she get it through? It was always going to be a tough one there, control for Rudd. And they've been very strong defensively at Perth United, faced with a lot of pressure from Inter, but still yet to concede. And whilst they haven't scored on their own end, they'd be happy to go in with a 0-0 tie at half-time if they can survive another 2.5 minutes. As Inter are about to bring it in from the sideline. Long ball from Balanka. Chance, but Chan there. Chan now off to Elias. Elias off the outside of her boot. Is it kept in by Nara? It isn't. But it will be a United ball. Now Elias. Good ball through, just out of the reach. Great ball though, trying to find Chloe McGlynn. But just not to be for United on that occasion. As Yates now. Yates will give it off. Now McCulloch, back to Yates, has a lot of space if she takes on Nara. Shot by Yates and saved. And that'll be off of Nara, so it will be an Inter ball. This will be taken by Inter. McCulloch gives it off to Hughes and just high, or well high in fact. There's a long ball by Chan. Can they get there defensively? They got there defensively, and in the end, it's going to be Inter to retake. Malero was there playing in that target position on that occasion. But no worries for the Inter defence. There's a long ball over the head of Yates from Hughes. And not a whole lot of opportunities so far in this game. It's mainly been Inter Perth who've had a few chances, whilst United have also had that one main chance that wasn't too long ago where they almost found a way through, but a big save was made. Now that's a long ball, and it's a good one. Finding Nara, can't get it through, and that's cleared there by Lily Yates. Valero brings it in. No, it's going to go out, but Valero did bring it in and it went straight to Jimenez, but end result is an Inter ball. And it now go Inter. Here's McCulloch. Hughes. Back to Taylor. Chloe Taylor. Hughes does well to get it to Rudd. Rudd now has Taylor. Good ball. Chance. Almost loses it. Now they do. Now the counter for Perth United. Can they get a shot off? They do, and big save. Massive save made. Still a chance though. And it's a finish 2. And that's 2 in a row. A double save made, stopping the lead. That was Monique Todd on the goal line. And 2 saves in a very similar fashion. Rudd loses it. And now Inter Hughes. She loses it. McCulloch and McGlynn there. Yates there, and McGlynn will have possession. And a chance with 51 seconds to go. Can Perth United get the opening goal? High, but not a lot on it. And Todd has no problems with that one. Now Balanka, she'll get it back here, will she? No. Hughes couldn't find her. Now Nara, through to McGlynn. Can she get a shot off? Chloe McGlynn! And getting back defensively, Lily Yates, not allowing that shot to get off. Now the long ball, the head on it. Balanka seems very calm and composed. 25 seconds to go in this half of futsal at Subiaco. There was Jimenez, McGlynn involved, and that must have been off Yates last. And McGlynn will bring it back into play with 20 seconds remaining. Long ball, and that's going to be out of the reach there. Malero wasn't found, and 15.8 seconds to go for Inter Perth to take a lead. Can they do it? And to be taken here by Hughes. 15 seconds to go. Wouldn't they love to get an opening goal here just on the brink of halftime? Hughes off and Taylor with the shot, but way, way high. Now, can United trouble the defence of Inter? Long ball. And that will go out into touch. And it'll be brought back in. 10 seconds to go in this half. Can they find the breakthrough they want? Balanka. Hughes loses it. 6 seconds to go. Taylor, they've got to shoot, and that wasn't it. Still did have a bit of time. Could have gone to Yates. And Yates could have had a shot, but the long shot there wasn't to be. Chan with a long ball, and that, folks, is going to do us for the first half of futsal here. No goal scorers on either team. 20 minutes of futsal left and a lot of action to come, so make sure that you don't go anywhere.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And welcome back to what promises to be an exciting second half of futsal here. No goal scorers yet, so you'd think it's going to be close, and almost immediately getting past Chan off the shot there by Inter Perth in Jimenez. It's not Jimenez, by Inter Perth in Balanka. And now here's Balanka going back to Hughes. Hughes almost loses it, but manages to keep her feet. Right back. It's a long ball. Yates gets a boot in, and Jimenez will take. Balanka will take. Balanka uses Hughes. Goes to McCulloch. Yates tried the turn but couldn't get it done. Nice defence. Now Yates again. Yates to McCulloch. Uses Hughes. Goes out right to Balanka. Now the turnover. Nice run by Nara. Can she go all the way? She can't. I was about to say she can, but just wide left. What a run that was. Managed to split the whole defence of Inter Perth, and what a chance that goes begging for United. And now Yates. And there's almost a turnover. There is. Beltran gets it through. And off go United. Elias, can she find a way to impact the score? She's been so good all season. This ball goes through. McCulloch. Chance. Yates got it through to Hughes, but she couldn't get anything on it. Now United move. Turnover. McCulloch out to Balanka. Balanka takes off down the line, and that one's wide left, and no deflection, so it will be a United ball. Here's Chan. Gets it to Hocking. Hocking goes back. Now a chance. Beltran. Beltran gets it back. Beltran with a shot, and almost that was going to find that bottom right. But a big save required there again by Monique Todd. Chance, Elias. Yates there on defense, but still going. That'll be last off of Elias. What a tight game this is. With 18 minutes to go of stop clock time left to see if any of these two teams can break through. And it might be here, it isn't. Valenka just couldn't control it. She made a good run though, Elias. Long ball, can't get it there to her teammate in Nara. Here's Valenka shots, big save by Chan. But they will get another opportunity from a corner. It'll be taken by Taylor. She has Valenka waiting as well as Rudd and McCulloch. Here's a chance, big block. And that will go out, and it looks like it last is called off of Inter Perth. So well done by Hocking, winning possession for her team there. And there's Elias giving it off to Hocking. Hocking, long ball out of the reach of Beltram. But even that was a nice play. United has started off this second half very well. Had a few chances, and Todd has done very well in goals, stopping any score. Now Taylor. Taylor down the line, she'll get it back here from Rudd. And then Valenka tried to get that one through, but Elias strong defensively. And it does appear that the way that United are going to score, if they do manage to get through, it looks like they're very good on the counter with Inter controlling possession and United creating opportunities on the counter-attack as they may do here. And Nara is one of the primary players putting pressure on. And that right there by Nara is awesome defensive effort, winning the ball for United. And she also managed to split the defense not too long ago, creating an opportunity. This will be restarted from the sideline. That one doesn't get through. That one from Rudd, nice idea, but just behind Valenka. Now Chan. Chan with a long ball. McCulloch there. Hocking now. Now they got space. Nara. She's in all sorts of form right now. She's hard to stop. Can't get it through though. She's been so electric. Has Quizza Nara and almost found her target, but just out of her reach. That target was in fact Noi Pouquet. Apologies if the pronunciation is incorrect. Noi Pouquet almost found that ball just on that moment, just a moment ago. As now Inter build down the line, and that one's going to go out. Here's Elias, starting to have an impact now. There's Pouquet. And under pressure, the foul might be called on Pouquet. Down went Valenka, and Inter will get an opportunity. So it's McCulloch here as well as Valenka. Substitution made. Hughes is on, as off goes Rudd for Inter Perth.
Chloe, as the ball's played.
Here's a chance. Valenka! And just catches side netting.
Hey, go!
Not far off. Long ball. Almost a handball, and it is called on Hocking. She did well to control it, but just got a hand to it. And at 3.5 minutes gone in this second half of futsal. In a really tight game, strong defensively from both teams. Now Balanka gives it off to McCulloch. Balanka should get it back. Yeah, she does. Gets a shot off. Chan with the save, and she'll recover well as well. Chan now long ball. Does that catch any roof? It doesn't. And it'll end up back in goals with Todd. Long ball turned over though. Chance for United. And Jimenez couldn't find, I believe it was Hocking, who wasn't making that run on. And it will now be an inter ball. Off comes Balanka. On is Lily Yates for Inter Perth. Here's Chloe Taylor. Here's wide left. And she will receive it back. McCulloch now. Back to Taylor. She might lose it. And Nara once again putting on all that sort of pressure. Winning the ball back. Now down the line. She's so explosive. Now goes the other way. And almost one of the goals of the round. Cut about 3 different directions. After putting on solid defensive high press pressure. Did Nara. And it looks like it might be a United ball, called in fact by Monique Todd, admitting she did get a hand on it, or she did touch it. And now's a chance for United. Hocking, she'll have a shot, and saved by Todd. Now off go Inter again. McCulloch, long ball, catching Hocking on the way through. McCulloch. Taylor got it through. It's going to end up after the ball from Yates. Now Taylor again. Gets it through to Yates. Yates with a shot! And wide right. She did very well there, Lily Yates, to keep composed and get a shot off. And that looks like it's going to be a corner for McCulloch of Inter Perth. Here's a chance, Hughes, and there it is! Lily Yates with the tap in. Hughes got it through, and Yates finished it off. And 5 minutes into this second half, you'll see the replay. They've been looking for that for quite a while now, and after a few chances went missing for Perth United on the counter, it's Inter who get the breakthrough goal. Now it's Elias. Can United bounce back? McGlynn, a heavy touch on that, ends up going all the way back. Elias now, if she can take off and cut these defenders, she can. But now the turnover from Jimenez. Ball bounced off about 3 heads. Narrowed as well. Elias gets it through. This can be finished. Jimenez, Nara somehow couldn't get anything on it. It was always going to be tough for her though, that ball. But once again, another chance goes missing for Perth United. And 15 minutes and just under remaining in this match. McGlynn gets it through, but saved there by Todd. Todd now finds Rudd. Rudd, this might be turned over and ended up having to be cleared. And Perth United doing a great job of this high press. That occasion it was Elias. Nara's also been very good in the last few minutes. Jimenez finds McGlynn. Now McGlynn back to Elias. Cuts across the middle. Gives it off to Jimenez. And McCulloch pushing them further and further back, United. But Elias beats her. Elias now has to go back. She just overran that ball. McGlynn. Long ball, does it get through? It doesn't. Yates there. But Elias gets a boot in, winning the ball back for United. Here's McGlynn with a long one. And easy pickings there for Todd, who will find Hughes. Hughes back to Yates. Yates will steady. Now she'll go out right. Turnover. Nara's done it again. Can she get a boot to it? There's an open goal. And this should be finished. No. Another save. And somehow Inter hold on again. But as I've mentioned a few times, Samantha Ellen Quizza Nara has been so strong, putting defensive pressure on and almost got it through on that occasion. There's a high ball, and that's going to go over everyone, including the crossbar. Yates comes off. On come Chloe Taylor and Belanka for Inter Perth. There's Rudd getting through to Belanka. Now the turnover, and here's Nara again. She'll lose it. Belanka. Taylor. Brilliant little turn from Rudd, but she'll lose it now. And the foul will be called probably against Rudd. Either Rudd or McCulloch, but it will be a United ball. Yeah. Soon approaching the halfway point of this second half as Elias is there. That ball ends up back with McGlynn, who can't control it, and it will now be taken back by Inter through Rudd. That ball bobbles around a bit, ends up Elias getting it through. McGlynn had a touch in there, now Elias again. This ball gets through, it's going to go past everyone, and it will be taken back by Monique Todd in goals.
Higher.
Here's McCulloch. Taylor. Taylor gets it back to McCulloch. Now Taylor again. Can she get it through to McCulloch? She can't. Dangerous turnover. Chance for Hocking. Can she get a shot off? She can. Blocked though by McCulloch. It was going to miss anyway though. Belanka. McGlynn defending. Belanka. And McGlynn got a leg in there, stopping that shot, which looked to be on target. And Inter will have an opportunity here to go up by 2. And a chance. And now Rudd can't get anything on it. Brilliantly done there. Here's a chance now on the counter for Perth United. McGlynn all the way back, and they'll reset. And that ball just kept in, but now lost. And with Malero, now Rudd loses it. Chance on the counter. Can Perth United find a way through? Malero goes back to McGlynn. Hocking and just calls to settle. And they do. Hocking, McGlynn. Out wide right to Malero. Malero still. Can they get through? They can't. It's lost. And now on the counter, Chloe Taylor goes. Nice defence from United. Getting back still. The opportunity for Inter. And cleared by United. Now Belanka. That's a great ball. Just out of the reach though of McCulloch.
Kayla, drop away. Kayla.
Long ball by Chan.
Kayla, go.
And that will be easy pickings for Inter, and they'll reset. Here's Rudd. Rudd will build up this play nicely, finds Taylor. Taylor now uses McCulloch on the right. Off to Belanka, who loses it. And now United look to build again, and that's going to go straight out into touch around middle of the court, and Inter will have possession. And 11 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in this second half. 1 goal the lead still for Inter. Chan now, can they build? They've got a bit of space.
Press. Chloe, press.
Beltram, the captain for today, loses it. And a big save was that by Chan. Or did it just go wide left? It just went wide left. Such a big opportunity goes to waste. Now Taylor will just let this roll out.
Kayla, here.
And this will be brought back in by Inter. Rudd. And that's out of the reach and pretty sloppy there by Inter in defence. Now a chance. Long ball by McGlynn. And for a moment it looked like it could threaten, but just high. Long ball here. Inter. Control it well. Balanka saved and almost in. McCulloch now on the follow-up. Goes towards the corner, and that will be last off Inter, you would think. And it is. Well done by United surviving that onslaught. Here's a long ball. Rudd there. Chance. Balanka! Another save by Chan. She's been so big. She's been instrumental in goals, has Chan. And that ball will be blocked, and it will be another corner.
Actually run this time.
Will be a corner for Inter. Taken by McCulloch. There's a shot, and Chan another save. Does it very well again. Very well there. And we're about to see another corner for Inter.
Get in front as the ball moves.
And the shot by Balanka, and that one's way high, but had a lot of force behind it. So definitely worth a chance.
Taylor, drop away. Jala, press. Jala.
And now Perth United. That one goes into touch, and they're starting, you can see, to get a bit tired. They need to, they've only got about 37 seconds, and they get to the drinks break. Perth United and Inter will have a good chance there to use a reset. And there's a turnover. Chance Beltran, though, couldn't get anything onto it, but now she does. Recovers well. Hocking, Beltran keeps it in, and that'll be off of Lily Yates. So well done by Beltran there. Hocking goes through. Chance for Beltran, wide right.
Lily, you're fine. It was just that Nick did it before as well. Caitlin did it before as well. I know.
And that is looking like just a 30-second drinks timeout, so we'll be back with you very shortly. And we are back. Just a reminder as well, don't go anywhere after this game. A big MSL clash coming up between the West Coast Cobras and the Arkham Eagles. The Arkham Eagles coming off a heartbreaking defeat on Monday night. And they'll get another challenge here tonight against the highly credentialed Cobras. Here's the ball from Elias, who might get it back here, but just out of her reach. But a nice idea there from United. They're building some nice plays, but just haven't been able to get that breakthrough goal. Here is Balanka. Long ball, can they get through? Not quite. Hughes was there, but couldn't get to it. Elias now pressured by Balanka. She might have won it back, has she? She has. Hughes ends up back with Elias. And in comes Yates to clear the potential danger. More so to put a bit of pressure on, and that ball goes long, and that's going to be a side ball for Inter. Going to be taken by Chloe Taylor.
No. Caitlin, get closer.
And here is Ilias. Gives it off to Hocking. Now lose the ball here through Belcher. Now off go Inter. And that ball just hammered away there by Hocking. Not taking any risks. They've got to find a way to get through this Inter defence to Perth United if they want to get back into this game. One goal will change everything for them. Long ball. Now Balanka turns. Hocking gets a shot off and almost ended up finding the back post. But just out of the reach of Taylor.
Step back, step back, step back.
And this will be taken from the side. And here is Hocking, gets it through. Chance, Beltran's there, but nicely done by Balanka on that last line of defence. United now. Can they find a way through? Malero now on. Here is Ilias taking on Balanka. And back on is Nara, and she'll be a recipient of a foul. She has that speed, so sometimes the defence kind of does need to stop her from getting around them, and that was one of those instances. Here's Malero, goes all the way back to Ilias. Ilias now to Nara. Will she take off? She does. It ends up with Beltran and just out of the reach there of Malero. Not a bad effort though. Just under 9 minutes remaining in this game. Here's Balanka. The Inter won't be in any rush to waste or to push anything when they can just run down a bit of clock with a lead already at hand. Balanka loses it. Now on the counter go Perth United. Malero had a few options, but that was not one of them. Long ball. Now into nice use of the head by Hughes, but in the end the feet betrayed her, and it just lost control of it at that last moment. And Chan will now go from goals, long ball, and Nara, can she keep it in? Looks like she couldn't. Well, handball will be called in fact, so will be an inter ball. Handball called on Nara. Be brought back in here by Chloe Taylor. Taylor, long ball, and in the end, she probably could have left that there, Beltran, because that was going to go straight out, but not taking any risks, the United defence, and that's part of the reason why they've only conceded one goal despite conceding a lot of possession and passing. And Balanka will bring it in from a corner. Off to Yates, and never really threatening on that attack. Chan, long ball. Is that going to be out of the reach? No. Beltran gets there. Great ball. Finds Malero. Shot on the left almost. Tried to find the pass and couldn't. Just behind the intended target in Beltran. As Rudd now comes on for Taylor. Balanka, can she get that one through? No. She got it through, but straight past Rudd. It will be a United ball. Timeout will be called. Well, in fact, just as I think Inter were going to call the timeout, it will be a United timeout. Was their ball. So we will be back with you in just a minute. So make sure to not go anywhere. And we are back for the final 8 minutes of play here in this pretty tight contest. It's been tight the whole way. There was no scorer in the first half, and Inter finally broke through Lily Yates in the second. Yeah, United look to bounce back, but they'll lose it here. And Balanka out to Yates. Yates to McCulloch. McCulloch takes her time. Out back to Yates, and they'll reset. Yates does well. Gets it through. Rudd with a chance and almost. Brilliant on the goal line there by Chan, stopping another certain goal. You'd think surely if this does continue in this fashion, it is only a matter of time before Inter finally do break through and get another one. It's not on that occasion. Rudd's head just going to her left and not on target. This will be a United ball. That ball lost very, very quickly. Inter putting on good pressure. It'll be Lily Yates to bring it back into play. Balanka gets a shot off and couldn't quite get it through. McCulloch was waiting there as well. Chan, straight past everyone, and United are really struggling to build anything from out of their goals. The real chances they've had are when they've had a counter attack or a turnover by Inter Perth, which is giving them an opening or a 2-on-1. And they've done well in those instances, just haven't been able to finish. And Nara there, showing the speed, getting back. Did very well. Yates with a shot, and that almost would have gone in, I reckon, if not for the boot of Ilias. And that'll be an Inter ball still. And the foul will be called against Inter Perth for the contact there just a moment ago on Nara. As that shot by Rudd never really looked likely. And now they've got Inter kind of all at sea. So can they go quick and punish them? Nara does, but she can't keep it in. And Chloe Taylor comes on, as does Malero for Inter and Perth United respectively. Now McCulloch uses Taylor to Yates. Yates. Now it'll be off of Inter. So off of Perth United, sorry. Now it'll still be an Inter ball, Chloe Taylor, and they can just spend a bit of time now. There is no rush, as I mentioned earlier. And Perth United are going to be forced to put on a pressure. And they do, and Nara almost gets there. But now they're exposed. Brilliantly done. And cleared in the end, but that is what Inter need to do. Inter waited for Perth United to put on the pressure, and they're going to do the same thing again. Wait for United to dive in, and it can create an opening because United have no choice but to press. Yates loses it though here. Scambiluri goes back. Here is Ilias, good ball. Nara now, she's got a bit of space. She's got a one-on-one with McCulloch. Can she take off? That'll be off McCulloch, but it'll be taken very comfortably by Todd. And will they implement that same strategy of passing around a defence? Looks like they will. Rudd and Taylor combine a few times here. Now Yates will just happily reset that to defence to Taylor. McCulloch. And that is out. And they'll lose it. And it's going to be Nara now. Can United strike back? Nara's there. Can she get a shot to it? She'll control it well and reset. Chance over the head of Nara though from the ball. From Malero. That's high. Now Ilias again. Goes out wide. And United get another chance. Set up strongly in defence here, Inter, but United are pressing. They've had a few chances that have been created from the turnover. And there's a long ball. Gets it through. Chance. Turnover though. Yates. Rudd will reset. And now they'll just play a bit of slow futsal. McCulloch. Taylor. Back to McCulloch. And you think we'll now use Rudd. She does. Can go back to McCulloch. And we'll have Taylor as well. Taylor now under a bit of pressure. That's a great ball. Now Yates. Can she get it through? She can. And Taylor just wasn't ready for it. What a great build-up, though, that was by Inter. Now Yates gets it through. McCulloch. Back to Rudd. Taylor. Yates and Taylor again. Now Taylor goes out wide using Rudd. And she'll get this back here. This should be finished. Or she'll go to the back post, and now it's finished. And that was a beautiful build-up. Lily Yates, and really the last 1 to 2 minutes of futsal play where they just slowly built that up in the defensive half, waited for the jump, and then worked their way through the defense. And what a brilliant strategy it has proven to be in that last couple minutes for Inter. And that is now another 2 goals for Lily Yates, adding to her 10-goal tally for the season. I believe that'll take her to 12 and really pushing the league-leading goal scoring. Here is Yates. Here's Taylor. Can't get that through. It's turned over. And down goes the defender, Yates. Chance for Nara, keeping on her feet brilliantly. And now Malero can't get it through. And it'll be taken back by Inter as a sore Yates comes off for Belanca. McCulloch, Taylor, McCulloch again, now Belanca. 4 minutes to go now, so United really need a goal soon if they want to come back in this game. Will that stay in? It does. And this might be finished, but a big block. Massive block by Malero. And now Elias almost loses it. McCulloch. Nara, beautiful little back heel. Nice bit of skill shown there. And on the run there, Malero couldn't get it through to Elias. Now Belanca. Belanca finds Taylor. Belanca and McCulloch now combine a couple times. Nice little back roll. Dangerous though. Nara's there. Nara putting all sorts of pressure on. McCulloch. Good defense by Scambuluri, and she'll win the ball back. Scambuluri. Malero. Nice bit of skill. And it still will stay with United. Now Elias goes out wide right. Now she'll get it back. 3 minutes and just over remaining. Elias takes it on herself, gets a shot off and forces a big save in that. She needs a little bit more of that because she's such a talented player. She may be able to be the one who can break through the defence. Good ball, chance, and big save, and another one. Cleared on the goal line. Big collision. And that'll go out, but a massive collision on the goal line. It was, I believe, Hughes down, and it was cleared by the keeper, Todd. So 2 teammates colliding. She came sliding in, and then a bit of airtime there for Hughes, going up in the air. Hopefully all is okay. Got a big finish to come. 3 minutes to go and just over. And United obviously need a goal very soon. Otherwise, it's going to be very challenging to get back into this game. Probably in the next minute or so, obviously an Inter-Perth goal would probably seal it. It was very tight last time they played. Obviously, it was 4-4, but it's looking like this might go a bit differently. It's looking like it's heading towards a victory for Inter unless something does change. And this one could go a very long way towards shaping the finals race for Inter-Perth. Both sides were desperate to respond coming after last week's losses. And Inter look to have been the team who have come out harder, not through more effort, but just through better execution. You could feel how cautious both teams were early, especially with no goals for either team in the first half. Didn't want to be the first to concede, and in the end it was Perth United who wilted first. And whilst it isn't over yet, United do need to get a move on if they have a chance at equalising or winning this game, but there's still obviously plenty of time remaining.
Stay here, stay here.
For 2 goals, especially in such a quick game that futsal is. And now Chan and United get that opportunity to do exactly what I just said and potentially get one back early. Scambuluri, back to McGlynn. McGlynn gets it through brilliantly. Nara now, 1-1 with McCulloch. Can she get through? She can't. Belanca back to goals. And she'll get it back from Todd. Now McCulloch. Nice back roll to Belanca. Balanka out wide to Taylor. Uses Hughes now. Balanka. McCulloch and Balanka combine again. And they'll just keep on doing this until they're forced to push it through. That's all they need to do. And then there's the turnover. And once again, the turnover forced by Nara. She's been so good on that high press. She'll give this one off to McGlynn. Long ball and saved fairly comfortably by Todd. And Nara again. She's so electric in that high press. Chance now. Can they get one off? They can't. Now McGlynn, and that's wide left. Here's a long throw from Todd. 1-on-1 contest here, and it will be won by Chan in the end. Or won by McGlynn, more like. But Chan ends up with it. The foul called there on Hocking, with Balanka being the one to go down. Balanka now, out to Hughes. Under 2 minutes to go now, so not long remaining for Perth United to make a comeback. And it's going to have to come off a turnover, you would think, or some sort of mistake from Inter Perth. Balanka with a shot, and what a goal from the angle. That is a brilliant finish from Balanka, one of the goals of the round, and that should be enough to hold off Perth United. And Inter now lead 3-0. It's been a fairly even game. Inter have controlled it though, so 3-0 is fairly deserved, and what a finish that was by Balanka. And it is going to look like it's probably going to be too much to ask, this 3-goal turnaround for Perth United. They have fought hard, they've had opportunities, but unfortunately for them, they just haven't been able to finish them. And Inter Perth, in the second half at least, they have. Here's McGlynn, long ball and almost. And the save there required from Todd was very strong. Here's Hocking. Long ball finds McGlynn. McGlynn gets it through almost to Nara, but Rudd there. And Rudd there again. Strong defensively on both occasions. We do not have the long to go now, just 82 seconds of futsal to go. McGlynn with a shot, the block made. Nara gets it through, and there's a goal. And what a finish. It was a pretty easy finish in the end, but a great build-up, and Beltran gets it done. And you never know, 2 goals in 1:16 is doable. A 3-goal turnaround would be remarkable. But maybe just a slight lapse in defensive concentration there by Inter Perth, thinking the game was all done and dusted. And just like that, they are back in the game, Perth United. They need one quickly, and they're going to put a lot of pressure on. That doesn't stay in. They've got to go. McGlynn. McGlynn goes to Hocking. Back to McGlynn. Beltran keeps it in, does she? She does. McGlynn, they've got to score. They've got to go. They've got Nara high up. Long ball. Can't get through to Beltran. Cleared by Rudd. And no mistakes. Absolutely necessary now for Inter Perth. Nara. And good use of the body there by Balanka. It will be her ball. So another 26 seconds gone off the clock since that goal from United. 26 valuable seconds. But now United with a chance. In a dangerous spot. Beltran through. Can Hocking get anything onto it? No. Now McCulloch on the counter. Has Balanka but can't get it through. Chan's just got to go long. And she does. Will it get to the roof? It won't. But it will end up very happily with Rudd. Or Todd, in fact. Now Rudd. McCulloch. Good ball. Finds Balanka. You'd think that's all over now. Here is Balanka. She's got Yates to her left. She'll go there. But Yates just wasn't there.
Drop, drop, drop.
Just put it out of her reach a bit too far. Now McGlynn, 12 seconds to go. Hocking tries to get it through to Nara, but not to be for Perth United tonight. They've put in a strong effort, and as seen by their most recent goal, despite the odds against them, they have not given up. But Inter Perth have just been a bit too clinical. Long ball, McGlynn loses it. McCulloch, Yates with a shot, blocked by McGlynn. And that is all for us here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It was a great game, pretty tight for most of the way, and Inter Perth finding a way to bounce back from their defeat last week. Thank you for watching. We'll get the stats up in just a moment, and we'll run you through the stats, and I believe it will tell the story of the result as well. So we'll just get those up in a few moments. As you can see on the screen, Inter Perth, a large number of passes compared to Perth United. Possession also controlled quite well. Shots were fairly even. United did get their fair share of shots off, but just weren't able to convert. So in the end, Inter Perth 3-1 is about right and about just, you would think. And what a bounce back performance by Inter. Perth United will go back to the drawing board going into next week. Thank you for watching. Don't go anywhere. We've got a huge MSL game coming up, so don't leave your seats.